Palm Springs, California. When we went to California to drive the 2018 Subaru WRX STI Type RA, the Japanese automaker let us have a another tuned display, the 2018 BRZ TS. The additional letters remaining for tuned by STI, the people at Subaru Technica International gave a warming over to the organization's sole back-wheel drive advertising. Curiously, the whole 2018 BRZ lineup profits by having the TS at the highest point of the pack. One of the changes for the STI-tuned rendition is expanded suspension unbending nature. To represent the additional weight on the body from its 18-inch wheels, the first run-through wheels that huge have been offered on the BRZ, the front-end raised bulkheads were reinforced. That additional help advances into each BRZ, however, not only the TS. Unique gear with the TS exceptional version. Elite to the TS are various different parts to give more responsive taking care of. Lift the hood, and you'll discover the BRZ's typical strut tower supports shot corner to the cowl in the motor compartment. This V-bar, as Subaru alludes to it, incorporates a pad ball on each support that enables keep up and flexibility while lessening vibrations. Subaru additionally asserts this STI-exclusive innovation lessens yaw rates and animates the reaction to controlling information sources. Moreover, adaptable draw stiffeners connect the front suspension crossmember to the front subcasing to additionally enhance reaction to driver inputs. At the corners, the BRZ TS's lightweight 18-inch wheels are wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires, chosen by Subaru after broad testing with the STI frame tuning. Holding up behind the 15 torque edges are an arrangement of Brembo brakes obtained from the BRZ Performance Package. Entwining everything is an arrangement of STI-tuned springs and Sachs dampers, which decrease move by 18% and pitching by 15%. Outwardly, the BRZ TS gets some utilitarian streamlined upgrades, and in addition some plan prompts to separate it tastefully. In advance is an underspoiler to decrease lift, and STI cherry blossom red inflections around the grille. In the back, it gets an underspoiler, a guard cover with more red accents, in addition to a sensational dry carbon raised wing. That huge seat, similar to that on the WRX STI Type RA, is customizable to 2 positions to accomplish the correct harmony amongst drag and downforce. Subaru says it's successful at speed more than 50 miles per hour. Additionally, on the outside, it gets front and back TS badging, dark mirror covers and a dark rooftop reception apparatus. The haze lights are gone, supplanted by STI mist light covers. Like the STI Type RA, the BRZ TS is constrained to 3 paint shading choices, WR Blue Pearl, Crystal Black Silica, and Crystal White Pearl. Inside, the dark calfskin and Alcantara upholstery highlights red sewing and the TS logo weaved on the seat backs. Red safety belts coordinate the cherry blossom red inflections found all through the inside. The TS gets its own particular instrument bunch, finished with a multi-function show obtained from the BRZ Limited that can demonstrate various distinctive execution readouts, including parallel G-power, quickening agent and braking power, and a stopwatch, among others. Out and about. Dissimilar to the STI Type RA, the BRZ TS doesn't get any powertrain moves up to enhance execution. There's no reinforced cylinders or valves, no execution air admission or fumes, no adjustments in adapting. It makes 205 pull and 156 pound-feet of torque, much the same as a base BRZ. In that capacity, it feels similar when you advance on the gas and line through the apparatuses. Getting into it straightforwardly in the wake of driving the STI, the BRZ feels moderate. This auto sounds incredible, however. The sound of the engine climbing the rev extend is sufficient to get one's heartbeat up, regardless of whether it doesn't stick you to your backrest. Moving through a similar abandoned mountains above Palm Springs where we flagellated the STI, we found the opportunity to toss the BRZ TS into rehashing tight corners and long, clearing bends alike. The taking care of enhancements weren't as promptly perceptible in the BRZ as they were in the WRX STI, aside from one. The Michelin tires offered a huge amount of horizontal grasp. With an unaltered, normally suctioned 2.0-liter boxer for giving the power, there essentially wasn't sufficient runway to develop enough speed to test the braking points on this open street. In any case, it felt courageous. The BRZ is amusing to drive, uncommon version or not. It's one of those autos that feels like an expansion of your body, an exoskeleton of steel and elastic. This one was the same, and we noticed more street feel through the seat of our jeans. We'll credit that one to the bigger tires also, alongside the uncommonly tuned suspension. To truly figure out the auto, however, we needed to get off the general population street, and we made a beeline for the Select Thermal Club in Coachella Valley to test the BRZ TS, alongside the STI Type RA, on some private asphalt. TS on the track. Here's the place the BRZ TS makes its mark. Quickening out of the pit path, going for the primary peak, at that point flooring it down the main directly at thermal as we moved into fourth rigging. We've just had our first taste of the BRZ's reaction when we're not keeping down because of a paranoid fear of pitching off a cliffside, potentially taking a cyclist with us. At that point come more corners, and the TS feels synaptically speedy to hand over, and remains level as we do our damnedest to endeavor to get the backside free. We toss it into tight corners, and get only a little sway from the tail, the Michelin elastic tearing at the asphalt. There's simply heaps of hold, and on each leave increasing speed, the TS rushes to right itself back on our expected line, totally formed and prepared for the following corner. In the long run, after 2 or 3 laps, we get the BRZ to move a smidgen, however it doesn't give us a chance to lead it too far off track. With only 205 strength to work with, in addition to a group of architects that have evidently extremely done their employments well, the BRZ cut its route joyously around the course. Subsequent to driving both the STI Type RA and BRZ TS at thermal, we observed the previous to be more similar to skiing, while the last felt more like snowboarding. The BRZ feels more liquid, requiring less exactness to bear more speed corners. It offers a great deal in the method for feel, particularly through the seat of the jeans, and it just gets more fun as you take in its inclinations. On the off chance that we came to California more inspired by attempting the STI, we exited with dreams of purchasing a STI-tuned BRZ. Is the BRZ TS an offer? At $34,355, it doesn't give off an impression of being an execution deal at first look. A base BRZ begins at a MSRP of $26,455, and offers precisely the same. All things considered, a BRZ Limited with the discretionary performance package and under spoilers costs $32,594. That incorporates more extensive 17-inch wheels, a Brembo brake bundle, and Sachs execution dampers. In this way, for under $2,000, the BRZ TS offers assist case tuning, 18-inch wheels, those to a great degree great tires, and that flexible back wing in the back. That is over the superior inside highlights offered in the limited trim. Moreover, the TS really satisfies the restricted part, as just 500 units will be offered in the US since the additional footing is justified regardless of the cost of confirmation. The restrictiveness is a decent reward. While the incentive of the Type RA over a completely stacked STI is flawed, the BRZ TS is an unmistakable champ, in the event that you can get your hands on one.